Hello everyone, and this is my reaction to Attack on Titan, the final season, episode 12. We're almost done with part 1 of this final season, and then part 2 won't come until winter later this year. Alright, so last time on Attack on Titan, Gabi and Falco managed to escape, and they ended up running into the farm owned by the Browse family, where they meet Sasha's father and a girl named Kaya that Sasha saved. So Kaya tried to understand why her mother had to die all those years ago, and after figuring out that Gabi and Falco are from Marley, Gabi said that it was because her ancestors had committed terrible sins all those years ago, and they had to atone for it. And because she's still a devil and all that, that's why she died. But Kaya told her that her mother hasn't done any of that stuff. But then Gabi told her about 100 years ago when the Great Titan War took place, but her mother hadn't even been born then. And then Gabi told her about when they attacked Marley recently, but that was 4 years after her mother had already died. Gabi kept trying to tell her that she's part of a race of devils who committed sins and it's her duty to atone for it. But Kaya told her that her mother hasn't committed any such sins and she shouldn't have to be blamed for what other people have done. And then at the very end, Falco told her about the recon mission and everything. So I'm not sure if they know that Sasha is the girl who saved her or that Sasha is the daughter of the farm's owner. But now they've been invited to lunch where a Malian chef works, and I'm not sure what's going to happen there. I kind of hope this gives Gabi a better perspective of things on Parady's side and see how they're very different from what they've heard to be, that they're not the devils that people say they are. And also, there was some information being leaked out about Aaron's confinement, and the public isn't all too happy about it. Poirier, who's a journalist from season 3, tells Hanji that they should have as much as say in Aaron's matter as the military does. And Flegel told Hanji to say that he can still trust her. Hanji says she's doing everything that she can. So Flock and a few other recruits, one of them being Louise, the girl Mikasa saved in season 1, were part of the people that leaked out the information. And Louise told Mikasa that she doesn't regret her decision to leak the information and said that they're both fighting for the same reason. They're fighting for Eren. So why is Mikasa doing all of this? And then again, she got a headache to Eren. That's something we didn't mention last time. I'm not sure why she just keeps getting these headaches every now and then. I'm not sure what exactly they're supposed to mean. Okay, so anyway, there's some information being leaked out. Gabi and Falco are at the Browse Farms, and I'm not sure what's going to happen next. They didn't show anything from Zeke last time either, and I'm just wondering what's going to happen to him. But anyway, let's find out how this all continues now on Attack on Titan. This is Attack on Titan, the final season, episode 12, English dubbed. Her hair does seem a bit longer.
You can talk to her all day long, but you're not allowed to touch.
What? No, it's not what you think, Hitch.
Oh, hey, Hitch.
I heard that we were. So I wasn't trying to do anything inappropriate to her. Just now, I promise.
Armin, what the heck happened?
I should give it a try to see if I could discover anything.
Like what?
Well, you are a boy at that age.
This happened out of nowhere.
Annie would get bored out of her mind if she only had me to talk to her. How's she this popular when all she does is sleep?
Oh well. Guess you'll never know. Dun, dun. But I wonder how long she's going to stay in that thing. Last is, Number 71. Guides. Guides. Not sure that's.
There isn't that much to talk about when it comes to your crush.
In their defense, it's not like we can go public about Zeke and the rumbling right now.
Yeah.
No one can save Eldia except Jaeger.
Oh my gosh. Wow. It's gone that bad.
Apparently, there are protests like this outside every local military base.
Whoa. Did you wonder?
Hitch, lend us a hand, will ya?
Okay, yes. I did meet with Aaron that day.
Oh,
I apologize for hiding that fact until now.
but the risk turned out to be well worth it, because it let you manipulate Eren into following Zeke's plan.
What would be the point in manipulating him? I only wanted one thing, for Aaron Yeager to know who I was.
Yelena?
Very soon, two brothers
Yeah,
will
no.
shape our whole world. To be honest with you, I just want to have a decent view of the action.
Wow. Yelena.
The main reason you met Eren was to slake your curiosity.
I suppose that's right.
Okay.
For what it's worth, I didn't tell any other volunteers what I was up to.
We spent 3 years sweating beside you to build the railway and trade systems that this island needed. Your people are prospering because of us.
That card is like on during the play.
We swore to help fight for Eldia's future. We meant every word.
What?
Hanji, what's the matter?
Whoa, Hanji. What is?
Yelena went behind the military's back and met with Eren in secret?
Seriously? Can you give me your word?
That she didn't tell you.
She never so much as dropped a hint. I promise. More than once, Yelena proved her loyalty to us and to Zeke by getting her hands dirty.
By doing what?
Met with an untimely death.
Whoa, Yellen. Oh my god.
We overcame those losses by telling ourselves it was for the sake of the homelands Marley stole from us.
That's how far she went.
Please come with me, Onyon Capone.
I need your help.
There are so many wildcards at play here. First Eren, then Zeke, now Yelena.
Eren has maintained his silence ever since these facts were brought to light. Furthermore, we're still completely in the dark about what he did during his time alone in Marley.
Yep. Met with Falco, he sent letters, and then what else?
Eren is being manipulated by Zeke. I wouldn't have shared these secrets with you if you were anyone else, so I'll ask that you keep them to yourselves.
Is that?
Oh, it's nothing. There was nowhere else to store the thing, so I had some...
Was that for Eren? What are we gonna do?
The situation is too delicate right now. This conversation's over.
Okay, so they're getting drifted farther and farther away from Eren.
Then they're probably looking at candidates to replace him with.
Uh-oh.
No matter what happens, I won't let Eren be.
What? 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 Who's that? What was that just now? Zachary! That just came out of nowhere. What just happened? Who, there was an explosive somewhere?
What was that? The Premier's office just exploded. Has anyone seen him?
Yeah, he's right there. He just died right then and there.
Give your heart and soul! Our anger's finally reached them! The time has come for us to fight!
Oh no.
Our hearts and souls to the cause!
Oh my gosh. This is going so wrong. Wait, so did someone plan all this or what? That thing has backfired on him, this whole thing.
You don't think so? News! Eren Yeager escaped! He broke out of his underground cell!
Oh. He said he could do it whenever he wants. What is happening right now? Why is all this happening? He did say he could escape whenever he wanted to. Why is all this happening right now? Look. Louise is there too.
No one can save the Eldian Empire. No one but you. Eren Yeager.
So what's happening here? This Eren has now gained a following of his own?
Go find out where they're keeping Zeke.
Or he's going after Zeke, New Eldian Empire. So now that's a New Eldian Empire?
From this point on, let us refer to these anti-military insurgents as the Jaegerists.
What kind of name is that? Jaegerists.
In the short term, their goal is to ensure that Eren meets with his brother. And in the long term, they intend to reform the military with Eren at its head. But I won't resign from my post. That would be the height of irresponsibility.
Yeah.
Captain Levi is guarding him with an escort of 30 soldiers. Then there are the 3 soldiers who deliver supplies to them. And aside from myself, that's it.
Okay. Alright, so he's gonna take charge?
Seems to me they've got us beat. So I was thinking we'd surrender.
No way.
Once we've re-established peace, we'll once again stake Eldia's survival on a test run of the rumbling. However,
So they're doing that again. They're not happy to do this at all. Oh, this is gonna be rough. They're going back to Zeke's plan despite all this.
Every nation goes through this.
Man.
still,
A lot of
I
infighting.
can't guarantee your safety
And
right
at,
now.
and at the worst possible
Until we're
time.
able to settle this.
If the promise of the rumbling turns out to be an empty one, Hizuru will say our clan acted alone and hang us out to dry.
Yep.
And the Azumabitos will succumb to our debts.
Sounds like one more reason that I shouldn't rely on.
I'm still not sure whose side you're on.
We almost got killed by the blast.
Yeah.
That answer your question?
Huh?
Enough.
Okay. No more infighting, please.
One good example would be restaurants.
This building's so big.
Wait.
I've never seen anything.
Oh. Hey there. Alright, so a lot of stuff's going on over here. What's gonna happen to Aaron? What's he doing?
Soldiers, always rushing off somewhere.
Wait, Peak? Oh, hello, Peak. She's managed to sneak into Parody. Is she trying to find Aaron too? Or is she after Zeke? They're here then. This is the worst time to have infighting amongst them. This is the worst time to have this conflict going on. You have another threat showing up. Marley isn't waiting in 6 months. They're going to attack right now. Okay, there were a few things over there that I didn't properly understand, so I'm just going to go back to those before I start talking about them some more. Okay, a lot of division going on within the walls of Parody inside Eldia. Nobody is happy with their decision to detain Aaron for what he did in Marley. As Flock said in the previous episode, he thinks Aaron should be treated as a war hero for what he did. And the reason why Hanji and the others disagree is because they think his actions are now leading to an even larger war that they were trying to avoid, and now because of Aaron, they can't avoid it anymore. Now they had no choice but to fight this war whenever it comes, which unknown to them is going to be sooner than they expect. Because as we saw at the end over there, Peak had somehow snuck inside, and now they're doing over here the same thing those soldiers did when they went to Marley. It's come back again. So now Peak is seeing inside the walls for the first time too. Well, I'm not sure exactly how long she's been here because she was here in season 3 when she and Zeke showed up in the Battle of Shiganshina. I'm not sure exactly if Peak has met the people in the walls or she did that prior to us seeing her in season 3. Oh well, so anyway, a lot of people are saying that Aaron should be freed and that he should be treated as a hero and that he should actually be leading the whole thing. So first, Armin and Mikasa went to talk to Zachary about it, but then they got confirmation that Aaron spoke to Yelena. Yelena confessed that 10 months ago, before this whole thing happened, she went and spoke to Aaron, but she never went into specifics about it. Just a second. So Yelena never told Aaron anything specific when they met, but Yelena knew that something had to be done. And then, so we still don't know exactly what pushed Aaron to go and attack Marley the way he did. Maybe he just thought they're going to attack us first if we don't attack them. So maybe just a preemptive strike. But it seemed like more is involved here. Because, so we saw that Zeke was actually trying to help the people of Parody. And he thought maybe they should use the rumbling to slow down the world and give Parody time to catch up to it. But then afterwards, it turns out that he actually helped orchestrate this whole war happening. He suggested that Marley should continue the Parody operation. He invited the Tiber family to rally the people. Why would he do that if he knew Parody wasn't ready? They could have still had more time. They may have still been able to go for a peaceful solution. But instead they threw that all away and then together they had Aaron make all this happen and now all this is going on. And now the people of LD are saying that they want Aaron in charge. And then, well, they're not quite saying that, but at the very least, they don't want Aaron in prison. And then as Armin and Mikasa went to visit Zachary, they saw some chair over there. I never saw the chair properly. I'm not sure exactly what's on those chairs. There was probably like the bombs or something, because that's all I can think of. Well, then something went wrong, and then the explosion went off, and they killed Zachary and the 3 soldiers that are there. I can't believe that's how Zachary dies. And then other people were like, give your hearts, give your hearts. And I think some of them were actually trying to do the whole salute. That's the same thing that Erwin has been telling the soldiers since the very beginning, and now that's being used against them. Now they're going to give their hearts to the new Eldian Empire and to support Eren Yeager. The whole thing they've been fighting for, that phrase is being used against them now. It was pretty crazy out there, and they really don't know how to handle it. Not Mikasa, not Armin, not Hitch. Nobody knew what to do about it, and they were just in complete shock about the whole thing. And speaking of Armin, what exactly was he thinking of doing with Annie while he was down there? There's no way he could have been doing anything like that, right? Like, I'm pretty sure Armin and Annie weren't anything like that when we saw them in season 1 and everything, so I'm not sure what happened in Armin. I'm not sure why he's like that all of a sudden. But he's just happy that someone other than her keeps visiting Annie every now and then. So afterwards, we find out that Eren had escaped, and so Flock and the other soldiers that were against their decision to detain Eren were waiting for Eren over there. So did they plan this all in advance? Did all of the soldiers plan for this all to happen? Like, how long did it take them to build this following for Eren? Because when Louise was in her prison, she also did her salute to give their hearts, the same way the crowd of people did over here. So, so I kind of got what happened, but my question is, when did it all start? How did things suddenly start turning out like this? Is it just because of Yelena's meeting? But if she was only that vague, then what else happened? What exactly happened with Eren and Zeke? Like, there's some small bit of missing information over there that they're just not filling in, and I feel like once I know that, then all this will make a lot more sense. Because so we saw the A part and we saw the C part, but they're purposely leaving us in the dark about the B part, just so that we have no idea what's going on. And then finally, when they explain it, it'll all make sense to us. I'm just waiting for when that B part finally gets revealed to us. So Eren met up with everyone there, and now they suspect that his plan is to go and find Zeke so that they can use the rumbling the same way they were originally planning to. Do a test run to scare the world and get them enough time and all that. And then I'm not sure what's going to happen after that. So they suspect Eren is going after Zeke first, and now they're going to have to go and find him. So not a lot of people know where they are. Levi, a couple of soldiers who go back and forth, and Hanji, and the 30 soldiers that are with Levi as well. Those are all the people that know Zeke's location. And just another thing. And so, since a lot of the people who joined Eren are from the Scouts, a lot of people are starting to doubt the Scouts. Now they're calling this group of people the Jaegerists. Well, mainly it's because it's Eren and Zeke who are at the front of it all. And Zeke, we still don't know what he's up to. I mentioned earlier how he staged the whole attack on Marley, and I just really want to know what he's thinking. Like, he's the only one whose thoughts we know nothing about. Yelena, we saw a bit. Eren, they're suspecting something, but we haven't heard from him specifically, so we don't know exactly what to expect. But Zeke is the one that we know absolutely nothing about, and he's the one that I want to know about. So I just want to know what Zeke is thinking before I know where to put all of this. So, okay, so earlier when Onyankopon talked about Yelena, she mentioned how Yelena would silence any Marian who doubted their plan for even a second. If anyone spoke out a line, Yelena wouldn't hesitate to kill them right then and there. Or, well, okay, well, maybe not immediately, but eventually she would. But then when she came to Marley, she urged them to allow Marlians to have jobs in Marley, such as Niccolo, who was working as a chef. But why would she do that? Hanji is wondering. So she decided to investigate those places and see maybe if the Jaegerists would go after those places. So now they're going to check out some restaurants, like the one that Falco and Gabi are going to visit with Sasha's family. Maybe they'll find something over there. That's what they're thinking. So this whole thing just escalated pretty fast. They were slowly building up to something, but I didn't think it would be this. And of course, I had mentioned earlier that Peak had married here too. So while this whole thing with the Jaegerists is going on, Peak is now on parody, and Marley's about to launch an attack as well. This whole thing may still be going on when Marley finally attacks, and they'll be all divided and unable to protect themselves from the attack. So I just don't know how they're going to get through all of this yet. Okay, so before I end, I'm going to read the information available. I've got the information available last time too, so I'll start with that. Information available for public disclosure. Parody Island Devils. An insult referring to King Fritz and the Eldians who fled to Parody Island. In Titan studies, the Parody Island threat theory claims the Eldians who fled there still bear a grudge from the Great Titan War and despise the rest of the world. With the threat of Eren Yeager now apparent, the insult holds truer than ever. Okay, so they believe that the people inside the wall still hate the rest of the world and they want to get rid of them. And that's what they believe, that they're still devils just like their ancestors. And now that Eren is doing all this, it's more believable than it's ever been before. And that could be why Gabi had a hard time believing everything that she was seeing over there at that time. Okay, now next. New Eldian Empire. A name for Eldia used by those on Parody who are sympathetic to Eren Yeager's actions. They have rallied around Eren and the name, causing disorder on the island, which is currently divided on whether to attack other nations or not. Alright, so it's this group that they're now calling the Jaegerists. And Flock kept saying the new Eldian Empire and stuff like that. So that's all I have for now. I really don't know where all this is going to go next. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to handle this before Marley attacks or not, but we'll have to see. So let's see how all this craziness continues next time on Attack on Titan. Thank you for watching my reaction, and I will see you all next time. Bye.